Good morning, students. We have completed the chapter Why Do We Fall Ill in the last class. I have explained its exercises also. Now let us start the new chapter, chapter 14 of your science textbook, Natural Resources. According to the present knowledge which we are having now, the life exists only on Earth. There are 8 planets. Earlier we were considering Pluto also as one of the planets. So earlier 9, now 8 planets. Among all these planets, according to our current knowledge, life exists only on Earth. There are certain factors that are needed for the existence of life. They are ambient temperature, water, and food. What is this ambient? Ambient means needed, moderate temperature, right? And of course water and food also are needed. What are the necessary things to meet the basic requirements of all life forms on the earth? What are the necessary things to meet the basic requirements of all life forms on the earth? The natural resources available on the earth and the energy from the sun are the necessary things to meet the basic requirements of all life forms on the earth. The natural resources available on the earth and the energy from the sun are the necessary things to meet the basic requirements of all life forms on the earth. What are the natural resources on the earth that most life forms are dependent upon? What are the natural resources on the earth that most life forms are dependent upon? Land, water, and air. What are they? Land, water, and air are the natural resources on the earth that most life forms are dependent upon. These land, air, and water, these natural resources, they are available in 3 different spheres of the earth. So those spheres are lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. What is lithosphere? The earth has got 2 parts, outer crust and inner core. In these 2 parts, the outer crust of the earth is known as lithosphere. This outer crust of the earth contains soil in it, in which the plants can grow, and many insects like organisms can thrive or survive in. So this is what lithosphere. And second one is hydrosphere. 75% of the earth's surface is covered with water. This 75% surface covered water, and there is some water in the underground also. So the 75% surface covered water and underground water both together form the hydrosphere. Actually they have given 75%, it is wrong. But as per the textbook I just gave the thing. Correct thing is 75%. 1%. 29% of land is there. Right? Okay. Now coming to atmosphere. The air that covers the whole of the earth like a blanket. The air that covers the whole of the earth like a blanket is known as atmosphere. Where do living things exist on the earth? Where do living things exist on the earth? Living things exist on the earth where the litho, hydro, and atmospheres exist in combination. Living things exist on the earth where the litho, hydro, and atmospheres, exist in combination. Living things exist on the earth where the litho, hydro, and atmospheres exist in combination. We have learnt about lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. Now let us learn what is biosphere. The life supporting zone of the earth where lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere interact with each other and make the life possible. Just previously we have learnt one question. Where do living things exist on the earth? For that what we have learnt? Where all the three spheres, litho, hydro, and atmospheres exist in combination. There the living things exist. So that particular place is known as what? Biosphere. So the life supporting zone of the earth where lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere interact with each other and make the life possible is known as biosphere. How many components are present in the biosphere and what are they? How many components are present in the biosphere and what are they? Biosphere has two components in it. They are biotic component and abiotic component. The living forms, that is plants, animals, and other living things, they constitute the biotic component of the biosphere, whereas air, water, and the soil, they constitute the abiotic components of the biosphere. Biotic means living. A means absent. Abiotic means non-living, or the life is absent in the thing. So in air, water, and the soil there is no life. So these constitute the abiotic components of the biosphere. Now let us discuss about the air. Air is the mixture of many gases. What are the gases that constitute the air on the earth? Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water vapor are the major gases that constitute the air on the earth. Air is the mixture of many gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water vapor. The present gaseous composition of the air on the earth, it is due to the result of existence of life on our earth. So life is existing on the earth. Because of the existence of life on the earth, the present gaseous composition is there. We all know that nitrogen is present in 78% of the total air, and oxygen is present in 21% of the total air, and carbon dioxide is present in the 0.03% of the total air, and remaining gases are present in the remaining ratio. And this particular ratio of mixture of gases, it is because of the existence of life on our earth. Okay, if you take, how can we say, if you take the other planets like Venus and Mars, where there is no life that is existing, there this type of gaseous composition is not there in the air. There also air is there, but that air is not going to have this particular composition of the air on our earth. Then when there is no life on Venus and Mars, which gas is the predominant gas in the air of those planets? There, carbon dioxide is the predominant gas in the atmosphere of those planets. Around 95 to 97 percentage of CO2 is there in the total air of those planets. Okay. How carbon dioxide is produced on our earth? Carbon dioxide is produced mainly by two processes on our earth. They are, number one, cellular respiration of both prokaryotic and eukaryotic organisms. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic, we already have learned, okay, what they are. And in both of these organisms, cellular respiration is carried out, during which carbon dioxide is released out. Next, combustion of human activities and natural forest fires. Combustion means burning. We burn so many things. Okay, without the usage of oxygen, and we cannot burn anything. With the usage of oxygen, if we burn anything, carbon dioxide is released. Okay, that is called combustion. Burning of materials, with the usage of oxygen is known as combustion. So combustion by human activities and natural forest fires. Many times naturally, I think last year or before 6 months back, not before 6 months, last year only. Okay, the Australian forest fire was held continuously. It has killed many animals and it has made many people to evacuate their areas. Okay, that is natural forest fire. Likewise, many natural forest fires used to held. With these two processes, okay, cellular respiration by all organisms, next combustion by human activities and natural forest fires, the carbon dioxide gas is released. So with all these processes, a lot of carbon dioxide gas is produced in large quantity. But in our air, in the atmosphere, carbon dioxide is present only a very fraction of percentage. 0.03 percentage only is there. Why? Because this is produced carbon dioxide, it is fixed in two ways. First one is, green plants convert carbon dioxide into glucose by photosynthesis. And second one, marine animals use dissolved form of carbon dioxide, that is carbonate form of carbon dioxide, to make their shells. So even though carbon dioxide is produced in large quantity, it is present only a fraction of percent, that is 0.03%. Why? Because carbon dioxide is fixed in two ways. Fixed means it is consumed, it is utilized. It is utilized in the nature without leaving it in the atmosphere in free form. It is fixed in some particular component form where it is fixed. To produce glucose by photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is used by all plants. Green plants convert carbon dioxide into glucose by photosynthesis. And number two, marine animals, the animals that live in the sea, okay, that live in the oceans, they use dissolved form of carbon dioxide, because carbon dioxide can get dissolved very easily in the water than oxygen get dissolved in the water. The solubility of carbon dioxide in water is very high, and when the carbon dioxide is getting dissolved in water, it forms the carbonates. These carbonates, that is dissolved form of carbon dioxide, are utilized by many marine animals to make the shells. So you can see many shells that are present in the oceans. In all those shells, calcium carbonate is present. This calcium, it is one particular mineral, and carbonate, that is nothing but this dissolved carbon dioxide. In this way, carbon dioxide is getting fixed in the nature. So even though a large quantity of carbon dioxide is produced by cellular respiration of both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and human combustion activities and natural forest fires, still there is only a fraction of percent of carbon dioxide is present in the atmosphere. Okay, right? And how the air protects us like a blanket, or how atmosphere protects us like a blanket, and remaining other things of this chapter, let us just learn in the subsequent classes. Thank you.